はい、どうも、いらっしゃいな、ジーニーさんです。というわけで、キャットレディやっていきましょうか。で、この猫が動かせるから、多分こっちにあれ端まで行って、戻って、ドン。出た。えすごっ。めっちゃ、スーザン。こう前回あれね、そのかけられたやつはなんか、ブリーチって書いてあったわね。なんか、しかもちょっと強力めな、ちょっとでもだいぶ、うわー、わわわわ。ホール、穴、飛び込む。換気ダクトかななんか突然ちょっと微妙に 3D が入った。出た。ほい。
Hey there, gorgeous. I see my old lady brought the bleach again. What a shame. I really liked your eyes. It could have been a start of something very exciting for us, if you know what I mean. She does that every single time. What do they call it? Trust issues. That's it. Well, never mind. Plenty more fish in the sea. I'm not too fussy, but even I have some standards. Ain't gonna touch a bird like you, I gotta be honest, girl. You look like shit. But I wouldn't want you to think I'm not a kind man. Plenty of time until dinner, and you're in pain, so I've brought something to end your suffering. Think of it as an option. I've got this gun here. It's one of my favourites. There's just one bullet in the chamber. Large caliber. You'd be long dead before you'd feel any pain. Sounds good, doesn't it? I mean, it's just an idea, you know, no pressure. Of course. You can't see it. That bleach turns your eyes to nothing but jelly.
Huh?
So I'll just leave it for you here. Feel free to use it. That bullet's meant for you anyway. I'd better go now. We won't want to get caught red-handed again, would we? You naughty minx. What was that? You can't reach it? Well, what did you expect? Life's a real fucker sometimes.
なんだろう、なんか苦しかったらこれで自害しろみたいな感じ。なんだろう、苦情言ってきた人だとしたら、なんかえらいスーザンのこと気に入ってるけど。いい。ショットガン。なんだ突然猫が戻った。 ああ、下向いてるときに蹴って。ん早く手入れしなさいよ、手入れを。えらい。猫がすっごい偉いけど。鍵持ってきた。で、こっちに降りて。あれ、鍵は鍵は使わなくていいの？スーザンの元へ。あれちょっと。スピットアウト。
What? Who's this? My eyes. I can't see a thing. That bitch. A key. Who are you? Say something. Anything. I should be able to unlock the handcuffs now.
って言っても何も動かせんのこれ。マジ真っ暗。これあなたのその見てるデバイスの故障ではないからね。これ今画面は真っ暗でなんか一応動かせるんだけ動かせるみたい。
The gun. That idiot left his gun.
あ、話聞いてなかったのかな。ガン置いていくぜみたいな言ってたの。
No,
落とした？
I dropped it.
Where
is it? Where the hell is it?
今右に動いてる今。あ、フロアサーチ。
I've got it.
あったけどあなたショット言わせる。ショット死ねないから逆に自分で撃った方がってこと？今ね、左と右に動いてんだけど。ダメだな。どっちも、なんか、どっかで止まってる。わかるこれ、足音が。多分このストって止まっちゃってるところが、もうこれ以上先に行けないところだと思う。じゃあ。
I'm sorry, Mitzi. I have to break my promise.
You are dead って書いてあるけど。何？ You are dead ってだって。びっくりした。
Hope you don't mind creepy posters.
It's your room. You can do what you like with it. But I definitely prefer this to fairies, rainbows, and pink unicorns. Did you make these?
No. My boyfriend made them. Some of them, anyway. So, Miss Ashworth, I happen to have a bottle of wine in my bag. I was going to leave it to Robert, but I forgot all about it.
Robert?
The guy with the rats?
Oh, yes. Of course.
So, shall we have a drink then? We could get to know each other a bit more. I know, I promise I won't get in the way. And, I mean, you don't have to if you don't feel like it. But since we're gonna live together for a little while, it won't hurt if we talk to each other, will it?
なんか一緒にお話ししましょうみたいな。飲みながら。ああ、まあまあ、そうねっていうのと、Are you sure you can... あなた飲んでも大丈夫なの？ああ、うん。あなた
Are
飲ん
you
でも
sure
大丈
you
夫なの？
can drink in your
飲んでも対照的
condition?
に。
It won't make me any worse, that's for sure. I'm not on any cancer medication. I feel good. The way I see it, I haven't got much time left, so I might as well make the most of it.
That makes sense, I suppose. We can have a drink if you like.
Great! I'll bring the wine. Oh, damn. It's one of those bottles with a cork. Have you got a bottle opener, Miss Ashworth?
In the
ここで？
kitchen. I'll go get it, shall I?
Yes, please. And while you're there, could you get a couple of glasses too?
ああ、ミツの部屋なんか。ミツィ、エクザミン。あ、若かった時の自分を思い出すと。I'm sure you... まあ信用はしきれないけどまあみたいな。でもポスターはなんか元彼が元彼今彼なんかが書いたものみたいな。んでワインオープナーはキッチンにここでこれね。でコーヒーフレンズクレドリンなんかグラス2つ持ってきてって言われたんだけどグラスなんかどこにあんの？ああそうか。まだあった。ちょっとこれさ本でさアンサーどこにかけんのこれ。I stopped paying my... 電話は電話で料金があるんだ。まあどうせかける人もいないからいいわみたいな。キャビネットの中にワイングラスがあったわね。ゲット。はい、持ってきたわよ。
Have you found that corkscrew yet? We'll also need some wine glasses.
ああ、はいはい。コークスクリュー、はい、ギブ。
There you go. Let's get that bottle open.
Yeah, but we'll need glasses too. See if you can find some.
もちろん。おお、ちょっと。はい。
I found some wine glasses.
All right, that's all we need. Oh, Miss Ashworth, I really must say this before we start.
Yeah?
I promise I won't cut your throat when you're asleep.
Very funny, Mitzi.
No, I mean it.
That's fine. But just so you know, I always sleep with my eyes open.
おお、みつよ、あんたそんなところあんたそんなところにそんな座り方すんのすごいな。そうだ、ビッグシー。その、何ビッグシーって。なんかビッグオーだった名前聞いたことある気がするんだけど。何が話したいみたいな。Oh, it's not raining anymore. 雨上がった？ How are you planning to find... その男の人がビッグシーっていうの？
So, the big C. Want to talk about it?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really want to tell you about it like that. I put you in a very difficult position, I know. It's just that I was really desperate to get this room. I hope you can understand. This is the last and most important thing I must do before my time is up.
It's fine. You seem alright. It's just... I find it hard to trust people these days. Maybe it's time I opened my eyes to see others have problems too. Some, like yourself, even bigger than mine. What kind of cancer is it? Do you mind me asking?
Brain tumor. Her name is glioblastoma.
Huh.
Yep, they're all girls, the way I imagine it. Just look at their names. Lymphoma, melanoma, myeloma, leukemia, sarcoma. Each of them a fucking goddess of death. Beautiful and ruthless.
You might just be right about that, Mitzi. I used to be a nurse. I know a few things about cancer. And I know glioblastoma. She's a real bitch.
Yeah, and yet she gets to be the prom queen before night ends, while I disappear down the back exit.
How long?
They said I had a year. But that was 6 months ago, so... yeah. Not awfully long.
Is there anything...
They've tried.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So am I. Do you want to talk about something else?
なんか、脳の癌なのかな、なんかブレインなんたらかんたらって言った風に聞こえたんだけど。まあまあ、とにかく、なんか、そういう、まあ、癌細胞っていうか、まあ、癌細胞じゃないな、なんか病気とかに名前をつけてる。で、まあ、どうやらその、ミッツィがかかってる、まあ、癌はだいぶ結構というかかなりやばいやつらしくて、もう半年から1年ぐらいしか生きらんないと。
How are you planning to find this guy?
I don't know yet. A bit of detective work, perhaps. It shouldn't be that hard, really. There are only 8 apartments here. One is yours. That leaves us with 7. I was hoping that you could give me a hand, actually. You know some of your neighbors, don't you?
Not many. I never really cared about them. They changed over the years, too. You probably also figured by now that this is not the sort of place where new neighbors are greeted with a freshly baked cake. You see a new face, you give them a blank stare as you pass them in the hall, and you forget about them a minute later.
That bad, eh?
Well, there's that bald guy who lives above me in flat 5. He came here recently to shout in my face. He's a nasty piece of work, but I really don't think he's the person you're looking for.
What does he do for a living?
I think he's a train driver.
I can't imagine somehow that my guy would be a train driver. Okay, that's good. Leaves us with just 6. Anyone else you know?
I'd have to think.
You know, maybe not tonight. Let's just talk about something else, okay? I have plenty of time. There's no need to rush this. Maybe tomorrow we could sit down together and make a plan. I could draw a simple map of the building, and with your help, mark down who lives where.
Sounds good to me, Mitzi.
なんか、5号室か6号室の人はなんか、青い目の、だから多分、あれかな、怒ってきたやつかな。あの人は多分5号室だと思うんだけど、っていう話をしてたと思う。で、まあ、その人じゃあ多分ないと思うみたいなことを言ってるね。で、まあ、雨上がったわね。
It's not raining anymore.
Oh well, I don't mind rain. Sometimes I even like it. But according to weather forecast, there's a nasty fog coming. Now that I'm actually scared of. I got lost in a fog once, when I was just 9 or 10. I remember I sat under a tree crying, thinking some monster would appear right in front of me and drag me away.
But now that you're a big girl, you know there are no monsters.
Yeah? How do you know?
おなんてI've never seen one nor has なんかを見たことが一回もないみたいな。The only monsters are murderers. モンスターは私たちの方よみたいな。で、maybe you will あなたは多分正しいと。で、私は、それを見たとき、モンスターのことかな、モンスターを見たとき、それをモンスターだ、やばい、今ちょっと一瞬、違うとこ見てた。真ん中行きましょう。
The only monsters are us. Murderers, rapists, arsonists. They're the real beasts. So far from humanity, they're no longer capable of feeling compassion or guilt. They're the ones we should really be afraid of. But whether they're lurking in the woods or fog or the darkness of our cellars, it's all irrelevant. You can't predict what happens. You can't do anything to stop it. There is only one way. You turn into a beast yourself, and like them, you show no mercy.
Whoa! Where did that come from, Miss Ashworth?
I just don't like murderers. They're nothing but parasites.
パラサイトの話。おお、1個しかない。You mentioned the boyfriend. ボーイフレンドの話をちょっと。
You mentioned a boyfriend. Tell me something about him.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about him. His name is Jack.
ジャック。
He's dead.
亡くなったの？
Oh.
Miss Ashworth, are you sure you want to listen about my miserable life? I don't want to bring you down. These aren't happy stories.
And I'm not a happy stories kind of person. I'm sure you've noticed by now.
I guess so. Anyway, I suppose I would have had to tell you about Jack sooner or later. After all, he is the main reason I'm here. I just don't know where to start.
どっから話せばいいかわかんないと。じゃあこっちから導いてあげましょう。二人があった、経緯。当然、How did you... そのがんについて知ってたのかみたいな感じかな。だから壁に貼ってるのがジャックの絵ねと。アーティストだったの？どうして彼は死んだの？直球。
How did he die? How did he die?
I'll get to that, Miss Ashworth. Let me just tell you more about him first, so you could understand what happened.
質問が早すぎる。じゃあ、二人の出会いについて。
Oh, we knew each other for like forever. We grew up on the same street. It's funny how we seem to be made for each other. A perfect match. I always knew he was the guy for me, and I'm sure he never doubted that either. Jack was absolutely crazy about me. We thought one day we would marry, have children, be happy.
子供がいたの？
I never had many friends because I had Jack. I didn't need anybody else. You know, if there's one thing I'm really grateful for in my life, it's that I got to experience this pure, perfect love. Some people go through a lifetime without knowing how it feels. I guess I've been very lucky. But all luck runs out sometimes.
なんか突然何かがあったらしい。で、ジャックは
Jack made those pictures on your wall. Was he an artist?
He always liked all kinds of morbid stuff, whether it was music, movies, paintings. So do I, really. We had that in common, amongst other things. People say it's depressing to listen to sad songs or watch sad films, but I never felt that way.
And yet, you are scared of fog?
Oh, that's different. I might be scared of fog, but I like spiders. They're beautiful.
You must be out of your mind, Mitzi.
No, honestly, there's a certain indescribable beauty in sadness. Just like there's beauty in the grey and ugly winter morning when you look past the obvious and notice what others can't see.
You must love my apartment then. It's like Ugly took a vacation here and never went home again.
よくわからなかった。で、その、
How
が
did
ん
he
に
take
つ
the
いて
news
彼
about your
は、
cancer?
He thought I was joking at first. He laughed. Then he got really angry. I swore to him I was serious, but he still wouldn't believe me. We had a big fight that night. It was our first and only fight. But it was awful. He smashed some stuff. His guitar, of all things, was the worst. He loved that guitar. Why did he break it? He was absolutely furious. He walked out on me that night, and when he came back the next day, he was different. Begged me to try surgery and chemotherapy. I didn't really want those things, but I did the chemo for him. It didn't help. It just made me feel sick all the time. I felt trapped in this strange place where nothing that happened around me seemed real. Maybe that's why I didn't see what my cancer was doing to Jack, and it was destroying him as well. He changed. He became obsessed with death. It seemed death was all he ever thought about, even though it was me, not him, who was supposed to die.
なんか、そのガンだって言ったら、突然、突然というか、なんかめっちゃ怒り出して、次の日になって帰ってきたらなんか変わっちゃったみたいなことを多分言ってる。
How did he die? How did Jack die?
タバコに火をつけて、
It was so distant the last few weeks before he died. What I didn't know was that he kept looking for something. I don't think he even knew what exactly. But it eventually found him. Or rather, he found him. There are those forums online, you know, about all sorts of stuff. Fishing, computer games, horses, gambling, addictions. Everything, really. Accidentally, Jack stumbled upon one about suicide. There's a guy there. Calls himself the Eye of Adam. He's a fucking god on that forum. It's like a failed suicide club. People mostly try to help each other and offer support. Sometimes it just helps to know there are others like you. To listen to their stories and how they cope with their lives. But the Eye of Adam is an advocate of death. He dwells on human weakness. His job is to plant an idea, to give them a reason to die and tell them how to do it, once and for good. Jack took the bait. Before he knew, he was completely brainwashed. One day he sat down with me and tried to explain his perfect solution. It was the Romeo and Juliet kind of scenario. We were both to die together in each other's arms. It was supposed to be a quick and foolproof death. There was no chance we would have been saved, all thanks to the Eye of Adam, who created a tool for perfect suicide. He told me it was very simple. All we needed were two easily accessible household chemicals, which combined together create a gas called hydrogen sulfide that kills you within a couple of minutes. I told him he was fucking nuts, of course, but he just wouldn't give up. He reasoned with me, then he begged, and eventually just kept screaming at me. I figured it was his crazy idea of a modern romance, but it was downright tacky and just wrong. Finally, he said he would get everything ready and wait for me in our special place at dawn, 5 in the morning. Don't be late. Those were his last words he said to me. Then he stormed out. I cried for hours, thinking I didn't deserve all that from the person I loved most in the whole world. A few times I even tried to persuade myself that maybe he was right and I should do it. I just couldn't. I eventually fell asleep. I didn't plan it. My head was killing me. I was so tired. I woke up suddenly. I could see the sun rising out my window. It was nearly 5. In utter panic, I threw myself off the bed and ran out the door. I needed to stop him. I needed to get there before it was too late. But right there in my bedroom, before I even left, I already knew it was. When I arrived at our special place, it was already bright. We used to go there in the past, drink wine, sometimes smoke weed and listen to Pink Floyd, sometimes make love in Jack's car. There wasn't really anything special about that old parking lot. But to us there was. It was completely abandoned. It was quiet. It was safe. After that day, I've never gone there again.
あ、ミッツィが来た。ね。まあ、多分というか、まあその、アイ・オブ・アダムっていう、多分その、まあ、自殺サークルではないな、なんていうの、そういう、集団自殺をしたというかね、まあ、しようとするというか、まあそういうとこがあって、でまあそこでなんか多分自殺しようとしたのかな。でもなんか失敗したみたいなでなんかそのジャックだけなんかでジャックだけが多分取り残されたのか、まあ2人生き残ってもう一回やろうってなったのかちょっとその辺が分かんないけど、まあお時間がちょうどいいんで今回はこの辺りにしたいなと思います。いやちょっとあれだな、話が全然理解できないな。まあとにかくまあジャックっていう彼氏がいて、子供いるって書いてなかった？気のせい？子供もできそうだったみたいな。子供は関係ないのかな。まあ少なくともなんかその頃からなんか癌に侵されてたのかな。まあね翻訳してテロップを見てるあなたなら多分まあなんとなく理解できてるからちょっとこいつ何言うとんねんみたいな感じだと思うんやねんけど思うやねんけどとか言ってまあねまあなんとか理解しながらまたね次もやっていきたいと思います。それじゃあここまで見てくれてありがとう。よかったら次の動画も見に来てね。それじゃグッバーイ。